What's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today I am joined back by the man, Jake, aka Tag, aka Tag You Pregnant. What up, dude? How you doing? You like that throwback?
Yeah, man. Gotta love the throwbacks. Nostalgia.
Yeah. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing real well, man. Back at it again with Minor Poison.
Minor Poison, but this is a seriously awesome deck. Now, I'll be uploading this probably the first day of the season or the second day of the new season after the balance changes go into effect, but it's actually being recorded right before the season ends here because I am traveling right now, probably in a plane somewhere. But you have a deck that you think is going to do really, really well with the new balance changes, and man, I've never seen a deck like this. It has the Ice Wiz, the kind of pseudo-buffed Ice Wiz, the NATO, and then 2.6 Minor Poison cycle with the Skeleton Barrel tag. Tell us about this deck, dude.
All right, so this deck is primarily going to function off of the Zap 8 elements of Bats and then Skeleton Barrel. This deck also ends up having Ice Golem to kite a whole bunch of units opposite lane, and then really primarily functions with the defensive core of Ice Wizard plus Tornado. You probably already know that Ice Wizard shouldn't have received a buff. It's just way too good. It's like, I still can't believe it. Like at the highest level, you're going to see people use Ice Wizard and win reliably before the buff. You saw Carnage destroy people. You see all the top players in CRL destroy people with Ice Wizard control. And now it actually got a buff. So I can't believe that this Minor Poison deck is actually just going to get even better. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I have to ask, obviously, I'm assuming the win condition here is like 75% Minor and 25% Skeleton Barrel. Correct me? How do you feel about it?
Honestly, a lot of people in Grand Challenges are not adjusted to the Skeleton Barrel because it's such an off-meta card, right? Yeah. So I can quite often say that the Skeleton Barrel will do a lot more damage than you're anticipating.
Okay.
But another thing that you really have to account for is Bats. So you defend with Bats and then you go in for a Minor. And a lot of times, like, it's not really warranted because then you just know that the Bats are going to get zapped. But if they zap the Bats, then your Skeleton Barrel is going to put in work. So you're just able to get a lot more utility counter pushing with these flimsy, cheap units. So a lot of times the Bats do a lot of damage, the Skeleton Barrel. So I would like to say that you're going to get damage somewhere along the line with either the Skeleton Barrel or the Bats, and then you're going to end up chipping away with Minor. So usually in Grand Challenges, 50-50 probably.
Okay, sounds good, man. Well, we're not going to do GCs today because the reason we wanted to record this right before the season ends is because we want to actually get some high ladder gameplay here rather than the reset point. So do you want to hop into a live?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
All right, let's get it. How's the YouTube channel going? How's everything? How's life?
It's going so well, man. YouTube is doing phenomenally.
I love the consistent uploads, man. It's not, I think that me, you, and Shane might be the only people who never miss a day ever on YouTube. So props to you, man. It takes a lot of dedication.
That's rock and roll, man.
This dude.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, like early on with this deck, are you playing it like a normal Minor Poison deck, like, you know, just waiting to see if they have pump and stuff? Like, what is your early game strategy here? You start out with a Skeleton Barrel right off the bat. Is that something that you normally do?
I typically like splitting Bats in the back. Oh my gosh, what are those, dude?
All right,
well that's a Dream World scenario. I like that a lot.
He is at 6,000 trophies here, guys. Just just putting that out. All right, so that was a good start.
Spell, so this is probably gonna be triple spell giant, and yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Definitely have to NATO that back. You can't NATO that to King Tower. You can NATO golems to King Tower, but you can't NATO giants. I wasn't really sure he was gonna do that, so a little bit scary.
Look at this deck, man. So he's got, I mean, basically a billion answers, but a beautiful misdirection there. At least he killed
Dude, he has 4 spells.
He does.
Oh my god.
He has Lightning, NATO, Log, Zap, and the Wizard just to throw in another counter to you. All right,
I love Ladder. Ladder is the
yeah,
most fun I've ever played in Clash Royale.
This is going to be interesting here. So talk a little bit, if you can. If not, we can talk about it in between matches. But talk a little bit about the Skeleton Barrel strategy, because honestly, I'm never sure exactly when to play it. It seems like you're just doing it very aggressively here.
I'm playing very aggressively in this situation because if I don't play aggressive, then he's just going to drop a giant and spell me out, right? I can't let that happen. I realize, hey, I can't really stockpile too much with my Ice Wizard because he's got Lightning. Therefore, I can't stockpile like 2 Ice Wizards. I really have to play aggressive. Otherwise, I'm just going to straight up lose the game. So you're going to see time and time again, I'm going to play aggressive. I'm going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel coupled with the bats. He can't zap both of them. He has to wait. He's going to take massive damage from the Skeleton Barrel. We're going to have to wait and see what he wants to do here.
Yep.
He's going to actually end up going in for a Wizard. I'm going to go for a Poison, and then I'm also going to go for an Ice Golem to keep that inside the Poison, if possible. And then I want to wait. I want to wait for him and see what he's going to do. Definitely want to go NATO everything back. And he's going to give me some superb NATO value. Let's go. He's going to zap it, but that means that he bats.
Yep.
And he's going to go in for a Lightning, but you don't have zap because you just used it. And now you're probably going to go in for Wizard, so I'm going to pre-miner. Hopefully we can hit the Wizard. I don't end up hitting it. He ends up dropping it in a funky spot, so that was very well played on his end, but we're still going to get a nice poison value. I got to make sure that the Wizard dies because I don't have a great answer to it. And now I've realized, hey, he's got Lightning, he's got the sauce, he's got really nice answers to me. He has probably the hardest counter. But if I just make sure that I play aggressive at all points, I can pull away with the victory. So
I love this
again,
too, because like you said, it's kind of it's a difficult match, so it gives kind of a
it is the hardest possible thing that I could be playing against right now. Yes.
True. He has basically 4 amazing counters, if not more. So now just seal this deal. Annoying. Oh, I wasn't sure if you had the NATO in hand. I'm like, no!
Dude, I don't understand how I won that, but okay.
Well, you did it, Tag. GG. 1-0. Let's keep the streak alive, man. So talk a little bit, as we go into the next match here, if you can, talk a little bit about the Skeleton Barrel again, because obviously in that matchup you played it rather aggressively at the bridge, oftentimes opposite lane at the bridge. But talk about maybe like different scenarios in Skeleton Barrel, because honestly it's not a card that I've played a lot. It's not a card that I particularly like, but I think it's because I'm unfamiliar with it, you know?
Yeah, man. So Skeleton Barrel, I'm into the next game, by the way. Skeleton Barrel is one of those cards that you really just got to make sure that you're going to get value out of. I'm opposite lane a lot of times, even though I'm not going to try to take that tower like at the very, very end there, just because I need to apply aggression, right? So I'm going to try to get value with my Skeleton Barrel and my bats by just playing very aggressive with him. So this guy's got Hunter. He's probably running an OP Royal Hogs deck because it still didn't get nerfed, unfortunately. But we'll see what he's running. Most likely going to be that. Oh, that's really unfortunate for me.
Okay.
I don't actually have, I didn't have the cycle in hand, so that is really, really unfortunate. Sometimes you just can't cycle to a card that you need because the cards don't appear in your hand, and that was one of those situations. So I didn't have Ice Golem, and he did that, and it was just a bad card cycle, so we sustained a lot of damage. We can potentially bounce back in this. I will try to keep my Ice Golem in every other situation now. So
okay.
We also saw Archers, so he probably doesn't have any great air answer. He's going to try to Ice Bearder. Oh, never mind. He's got Archers and Hunter. I forgot. That's just not something that you see very commonly.
Still going to get them. Wow. Okay, he's forced a Fireball. That actually worked out well. Uses 8 Elixir defending that push. So now that you know that you're playing against Expo here, you obviously said you're keeping your Ice Golem in hand. Once he drops that Expo, are you going to miner the Expo, miner the tower, poison miner? Like, what's your go-to?
So usually just want to go in for a miner on top of the Expo, but in this situation, obviously that's not really a possibility. I'm going to go for an Ice Wizard here. He doesn't really have a great answer to that, so I'm just going to go for Bats, make sure that the Ice Wizard prevails, and we're fine. I thought he was going to drop Archers, honestly, so I got ready with a secondary counter. I didn't really need to do that. So he's dropping Hunter, not really too scared about that. I can go opposite lane with the Skeleton Barrel just to make sure he's not able to do too much here. Like, I don't want him to support the Hunter. I go for Ice Golem because if you go for an Ice Golem right on top of the Hunter, obviously the Hunter's able to hit the tower, and if I drop it like too far back, it would have hit the tower. If I drop it right on top of the Hunter's able to kill too quick. So I don't really want that to happen. So he's going to drop Skeletons, I assume. Oh no, this is bad. Yeah, so the fact that he just goes in for a Tesla like that is really triggering, honestly. I'm going to have to go for an Ice Wizard off to the side, and that just doesn't get on. So I probably just lose this game.
Yeah.
But this is also, like, a very odd variation. It's got Hunter, it's got, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really used to playing against an Expo deck like this, so I was throwing off my game a little bit.
Sure.
Well played on his end, but yeah, definitely not an ideal start hand for me.
Yeah, and I guess, like, especially when you get the bad luck with the rotation early on, I think you probably, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of have to take risks at some points there. Do you feel the same way, or how do you, like, if you get, you fall victim to either a matchup or a bad cycle or rotation at the beginning of the match, do you play more aggressively, or do you just play your game? Like, what are you looking for there?
So you kind of have to play more aggressive in this situation, but the problem with Minor Poison is if you fall, like, victim to this type of card cycle, you can't really, like, come back like a giant beatdown because you have, like, chip damage, right?
I gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he played really well, by the way, so, like, if I lose a game and I lose because of card cycle or something, and my opponent plays really well, I'm not really going to be frustrated about it because there's not too much you can change, and you just accept, hey, he played really well. Just go on to the next one, and there's nothing to be upset about because you can't change anything.
Absolutely. Let's do this, dude.
Let's go, man. Next one. Whew. So just got into it against Jose Luis.
How do you feel about Lava Loon?
Lava Loon? You just cycle a whole bunch of bats, and then you're usually fine. So I like cycling bats early. They zap it once, and then you get back to another cycle of bats, and then kind of get wrecked.
Okay,
so he's already pumping up. Like when I dropped a skeleton barrel, this is phenomenal for me. He does end up blocking, but I can just poison. He's actually playing really well there. So this guy is most likely going to be running 3 Musketeers with Giant. Or no, wait, did he use Ice Golem? Yeah, he used Ice Golem. So that means he's running the 3M, just like Ram, minion board variation. Yeah. He's going to be pretty good too. He caught my miner. He used Ice Golem. He defended everything like really well. So I think this guy's going to be a good player.
Okay, so P.E.K.K.A version.
Yeah, I was not expecting this. I'm going to try to keep my Ice Golem so I can kite opposite lane, right? I'm going to go for bats because I know that he doesn't actually have zap back and cycle. So this is good for us. I know that I might want to go for an Ice Golem to kite opposite lane.
Zap log.
Yo, why does this keep happening? What's up with that? What is up with my luck today, man? Everyone that...
Man, I'll be honest, man. I'm not making excuses for you, but I rarely, if ever, see a 3 Muskie player run Zap and Log. But,
yeah, you got finesse though.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work out for him in this matchup. So we'll see. Nice poison value there by you. Just have to still deal with this P.E.K.K.A.
Dude, we play past the P.E.K.K.A. on the daily. That's my new favorite game. It's like a Clash Royale mini game.
Right? P.E.K.K.A. Okay, all the way down right lane, back to the left lane, back to the right lane. I love it. Poor P.E.K.K.A.
man.
Poor P.E.K.K.A. You almost feel bad for her in that situation.
I don't. This guy's running triple spell. Triple spell. I don't feel bad for him at all.
Well, here he's continuing to try to pump up here against you, and even going into double elixir time, you're able to actually get a lot of damage. Are you pretty? I mean, you've got to be happy with where you're at right now, going into double elixir time, despite the matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of as good as I could ask for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a miner because he doesn't have Goblin Gang in cycle, so I knew I was gonna take the Collector. I don't know why he went P.E.K.K.A. there. I guess he thought I was gonna be a savage and do that placement, but that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. Alright, so going in with another... It seems like I'm noticing a theme here with the skeleton barrels is basically anytime they make a large investment, you're pretty much going to auto-skelly barrel.
Oh no. Feels bad, man. That's a potato and a half. I have to wait for 1 muskie to lock.
Nice.
Don't know if I'm going to actually be able to defend this. But...
Wow.
Oh, dang, dude. Why am I such a potato?
Well, nice defense, at least.
Thanks. I guess we got out of it, but we're still it. That was not a good play. I was playing so well until I decided to go and miss the NATO on the 3M. So. Never again. Never again.
Okay, now there it is. It's a tough play, though, NATO and the 3 Muskies.
Sometimes. Like, if you fat finger, then I don't know. I fat finger sometimes. I think it happens to everyone, honestly.
I think so too, but I'm that's honestly, if I'm honest about my own game too, is that something I'm pretty weak at is getting that perfect NATO down on the 3 Muskies. But anyway, here you go with the miner. You actually do make contact. You get, I think, 3 shovel swings in the bats. Again, MVP. They're doing a lot of damage. So you're actually looking good.
I think he's going to be a hero at 3M, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you go right in there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Man. We go in.
GG, GG. I don't know how you won that one. Obviously, I think that 3 Muskie is not a difficult matchup unless they have both 2 spells like that, right? Or am I wrong?
I mean, we beat someone with 4 spells earlier, so it's fine.
That's true. Let's. Hey, want to do one more?
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep it rocking.
Or do you want to coach me? What do you want to do?
We can coach you if you want to, if that's something that you guys have been enjoying.
Well, I don't know how much my viewers have been enjoying it, but I can speak for myself. I enjoy it. It's free coaching. All right, here I go. I'm going in right now.
Let's see if you can get 5 spells, man.
All right, it's RK from the Falcons.
Let's go,
All
man.
right, I'm going to pull a tag, start out with a skeleton barrel here, and would you ever like combo it with anything, or?
No, you can just drop Ice Golem on top of the bats or Ice Spirit. That's nice. That's really clean. So he's probably running Mortar after you see Spear Goblins, Bats, and Miner. You really want to be saving your Ice Golem in future situations for the Mortar and redirect it on that. So,
yeah, I was a bit panicky with those Bats there, thinking more might stay alive.
All good, man. He's probably going to go for a Mortar soon, so you got to get ready for that, and maybe Ice Wizard on defense against that. Otherwise, I would just ignore these.
Yep.
Moving back. Yeah, so Ice Wizard, Miner on it.
On the Mortar, okay.
Yeah. Really good. That was perfectly played. So you're probably going to have to NATO this back. Oh, wow. Ice Wizard did work. You're fine.
But I did waste the my Ice Golem, but luckily the cycle is so fast it doesn't really matter, I guess. That much.
No, dude. You played that perfect. That Miner was really, really good on that Mortar. I like that a lot. This is also, like, not an easy matchup because he's going to have, like, all these log bait elements and you don't have it.
Yeah, should I go in with a Skelly Barrel here? Or?
Yeah, I would go Skelly Barrel right now. Skelly Barrel and, yeah, that's clean. Ice Spirit, you have to wait for one of those to lock on, and then you go for Ice Spirit usually, because all three of them do end up DPSing down the Ice Spirit. Like, you also have to know so many interactions with this deck.
Yeah.
That's really good damage for you. That's going to be a solid, like, 700. Ice Golem, Kite opposite lane.
Yep.
Nice. So you can poison that straight up.
Yep.
Nice. So you want to distract that? Perfect. Dude, you're playing so clean right now. I love it.
Deal tag.
You can Miner right now on top of the tower.
Okay.
Because the Ice Golem's always going to be tanking, so then you can just utilize that as a resource for extra damage. Wow, that's unreal, dude. No misplays at all. Everything is going well.
There's still plenty of time for misplays time. I guess I'm just going to let that go.
You can let that go, and you got to protect against the Spear Gobs. Once hitting, it's not too bad. You can go for a Miner on the right as soon as you can. You just want to be ferociously cycling Miners here. He's going to be logging those every time, so Skeleton Barrel isn't going to give you too much utility, but it's it's a really good poison. Goblin Engage is going to walk into it, so you definitely want to go for an Ice Golem again. Not have it, or?
I had it one card away. I got it out of.
Okay, solid.
I'm going to Miner again here. I think I get this under control. Maybe not. Oh, the
This
Skelly
is
Barrel,
definitely a
the
really
Mortar, is
difficult
that?
matchup, but yeah. Ice Spirit opposite, Ice Spirit right. I love going Ice Spirit because the Mortar actually misses it, so
Okay.
that's usually a pretty good play. Ooh, that Ice Golem. Yeah, you don't want to be cycling that outside of cycle.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Mortar. That might have hurt a little bit. You have to Ice Wizard. So a lot of misplays compound, like in these type of situations. You're playing really well. I think you're playing better than him, but still, you can't outcycle, like you can't miss those Ice Golems. Got to go in for another Miner on the right. You can use your Skeleton Barrel now because he doesn't actually have Login Cycle.
I actually used it on defense like a
Oh, okay. All good.
idiot. Should I poison here? I think I should, right? Maybe?
No, you're down too much elixir. Don't do that. You need to
do this over here, I'm gonna do this over here.
I would have waited for the Spear Goblins all to connect, then drop an Ice Spirit on top of the horde of them. That's fine though.
Man, this guy.
This guy's relentless. He's playing really well. I think you played extremely well in this game. There were just a few misplays so far.
Yeah.
You can still come back though. You need to go for Miners and poisons on top of the tower. Like stop doing the Skeleton Barrels because it's not really working.
Okay.
It's just like it's wasting elixir at this point. Yeah. That's really good damage. He's gonna fireball though. Oh man. I gotta say, you played this so well. I think there were like a couple misplays.
It was, I felt, honestly, my first time playing the deck, no excuses, but I feel like probably a little bit of practice, will help a little bit in terms of just, because it cycles so quickly for a deck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. I'm just making excuses, that's all. Dude,
it gets you so much better at the game too. So like you make a mistake and then you realize it immediately because the deck punishes you. You're like, oh crap, I guess I can't end up like cycling my Ice Golem like that. And you're gonna realize you're gonna go to other decks that are even like, I don't know, easier to cycle, I guess, or easier to play from a cycling perspective, and they don't punish you, and you're gonna be like, oh, I know that that's a misplay, and then it's gonna increase your skill in every other facet of the game. So I think this deck is really, really good.
And you said one thing there too, by the way, that I was like, you should probably stop playing Skeleton Barrels because they're not really getting any value. Is that something that, because I just kept cycling it when I didn't really know exactly what to do and I was getting close to full elixir. So is there situations like that against that matchup where I should just not play the card?
Usually if you had played your Ice Golems perfectly and you had an elixir advantage, you could actually run away with Skeleton Barrels and eventually get damage with that or the bats, because then he would be overwhelmed, right? But When you're down elixir, you can't really be aggressive with skeleton barrels because they're going to be up, right? And he could just go and laugh at you and go in for a series of rascals, and you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
Last question for you, Tag. Is there ever a situation where you will play a skeleton barrel in the back?
I guess so. I mean, it's really, really difficult to say that. There are even situations that I play a miner in the back when I'm playing Three Musketeers. Like, if I know that, hey, he's just going to be able to punish it if I drop it on the tower because he's got, like, Goblin Gang or something. And he has Royal Ghost. I just want to cycle this in the back. Sometimes with Skeleton Barrel, if you know that they for sure have an answer and you have to cycle something in the back because you don't want to leak elixir, yes. But most of the time I'm playing pretty fast paced with this deck, so not too often.
Okay. Well, Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the tips. Thank you for the coaching. Appreciate it, Tag. Always enjoy having you on the channel. Any shout outs, anything like that before we let you go, man?
Yeah, man. So thanks again for having me on the channel. It's always a pleasure to be here. And I am uploading daily on YouTube, SirTag CR. I also, one of the guys we played today was from Chauffeur Sirs, one of our feeder clans. So if anyone wants to check out my clan system, it's discord.gg/SirTag. You guys can be a part of the community. We're doing great things over there. And yeah, just sub up to my YouTube if you enjoy first-person commentary of new GC or new ladder decks every single day. Hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, dude, fantastic content. Keep up the good work, and thanks again. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. All the links that Tag talked about, his Discord, his YouTube, and everything that you need to know, his player profile, thanks to Satchorel.com, will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. A huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Guys, thank you, and as always, take care, guys.